Hello, hello. My name is Alix LeMay from Simply LeMade, and today I am here to show you how to use this contraption. This is called a bottle bouquet clip, however you want to do it. I do sell these. They are available in my Etsy shop, and I will put a link down below for you if you'd like to purchase them. But today I'm going to show you how you can use this cute little clip and receptacle to make a beautiful bouquet like this one that just will clip onto a bottle. We have a wine bottle here. I'm going to show you how we do it. It just kind of slides right onto that wine bottle, and look how beautiful that is. This makes a perfect hostess gift. Some people have bottle collections, and these can be made for seasonal to put on your bottles. And then the added bonus is they also can go on a pillar candle. Now, word of caution. Do not put this on a regular candle. We don't want any silk flowers going up and causing a fire. So this is an LED candle. Let's see how pretty that is. And you can slide it all the way down to the bottom so it can lay flat. We also can put it on if you have a little fancier candle. Now, obviously, this is probably, the roses are not the ideal thing for this color candle, but we're going to make another one that will look really good with this glass candle. Let me turn it on for you, and you can see how pretty that looks. So, you can make them one-sided like this. I did these for the Kentucky Derby for La Crema wine. To put on their wine bottles, but these can be as thick and big and beautiful as you want them, or it can just be very dainty and small. They wanted to make sure that the label could be seen and that there was nothing that was going to cover the label. Now, another thing you can do is if you have maybe a favorite tumbler with a saying on it, that it can go on a tumbler. It works really well with the skinny tumbler. Go on the skinny tumbler. But there's anything that has a straight aspect to it and is not too fat. They do stretch out. This one stretched out onto that white wine bottle pretty well, and it probably would stretch out a little bit more. I haven't tried it like on a Magnum or anything, but let's get started, and I'm going to show you how we make this. So actually, we're going to bring in the bottle back, and then I'm going to bring the camera down so y'all can see. So here is my work area here. So again, there's a little receptacle right here and a clip. This one's not quite as stretched out as that other one because it's been on there. I like when I start to do it, I'm going to put it on the bottle to work with it. But the first thing we need is foam. So the foam usually comes in sheets like this. And you can see that's about, let me get it down further. That is about 2 inches thick, I believe. I'm going to put it on there. Yep. That is 2 inches thick. I cut mine thinner. So this is just a piece we cut off of that brick. So it's 2 inches thick. And as you can see, it's too fat for that. It's going to stick up above the rim, and we don't want that. So I'm going to cut it in half. So I've done some measuring. So if you cut this is 2 inches this way, you want about 1.5 inches on here in thickness. And I just use an old steak knife that I don't use anymore. So we're going to cut it at 1.5 inches by 2 inches. And I started with a 2-inch wide piece. And this is really dull. I need to sharpen it again. But it had the blade nicked on it, and it's got glue on it. So I just relegated it to being a craft knife. So now I have 2 inches by 2 inches by 1.5. I am going to cut the thickness in half because I want 2 pieces that are going to be 1 inch tall by 2 inches wide by 1.5. So we're going to cut that right in half. And we're going to have 2 pieces. And you know, the cuts, you would think it wouldn't cut as easy, like cutting the thickness in half. It actually cuts a lot easier. So now this is the hard foam. You can use dry foam, but if you just want a temporary one and you're going to take it all apart, the dry foam is more permanent and you're going to glue that in. So I'm going to get my glue ready and we're going to glue it in. Okay, I'm back and I have my glue ready to glue in. So we are going to take this piece of foam and I'm just going to put some glue on it. Now, if you have a glue pot, you can do it with a glue pot. But then we're just going to push that in. It's going to be almost a perfect fit. So now, as you can see, it is not coming all the way up to the top. That's how you want it, so you don't see that foam. And we're going to put all our other pieces aside. So on this one, I am going to be using some scraps that I have. This was a bush that I got at Walmart, I believe. And I used some of it, but I still have some left. And then these were little ranunculus that I also got at Walmart, and I thought they matched pretty well. So I've already made a wreath out of this stuff. And then it also the bush had this mum on it. And I really like the mum. So I'm going to be using these scraps here. And then there's a couple other filler greenery that I really like, and I'm going to put these links down below. This one's from Hobby Lobby. It's W0371248. This is another one. I've used 4 pieces of it. It comes with 6 pieces. It's a dill bush. And that one is W0509926. And then this is another one that's, I don't know, it has like a little round leaf, some kind of a herb. Also, it's in the same place as these other 2 fillers. And these are greenery, so they're only on sale every other week because they're not in the spring collection. W0544356. So those are the fillers we're going to use. So I like to start by putting this on the bottle. And I don't want to scrape the label, so and that gives it some sturdiness. So it's on the bottle and we are ready to start. So the first thing I want to do is I want to have a beautiful flower, little shorter in the front. So I'm going to look at these flowers. So I've already pre-cut some of these. That one's the shorter one. I also have a smaller one that I'm going to use on the side. So, but this is going to be the one that gets all the attention in the front. And I am going to put a little spot of glue on it. Stick that into the front. Now, let me talk about the sign. I have a text number, so if you would like to get alerts about when I have a new YouTube video, when I'm going live on Facebook, I go live on TikTok. When we have new products in the sign shop, the wreath supplies shop, like this product, if they go out of stock and they come back in stock, that would be something I would text out. I don't text out more than maybe twice a week. So don't think you're going to be getting like spammed with text calls or texts coming into your phone. So, but if you would like to sign up for my text list, it's 205-892-5754 and just text the word hello, and that gets you on our text list. The other thing is I do Facebook Lives. So if you follow Simply LeMaid on Facebook also, you will get notifications about those. So we have started with our nice big flower in the front. And this one I'm not as concerned about covering the label because it wasn't a request, but we will, you can always turn it a little bit and then that label is more noticeable. But this one's going to be much bigger than this one is. So we have our big one here. Now I'm going to put a taller one going behind it. So right about there. And you can see they're going to kind of stack. I'm going to put it a little bit more out to the side. So it's going to go right about here. I'm going to get some glue on it. I always like kind of do like a little pilot hole first. Now you don't want to manipulate that flower. Just let that glue dry. You may have to hold it for a second just to get that glue to dry. So that flower's in the spot, but you don't want to start bending it. Okay, it's starting to dry. It's still gonna have a little bit. I'm just going to hold it for one more moment. Let me spin you around. We're going to put a third flower here in the back. That way, if somebody wants a 3D design, or if it's in the middle of the table, or if it's somebody's having a cocktail party and they have that on there, that's going to give a little bit of coverage to the back. I like to put these leaves down because that helps cover the foam. One of the reasons we cut that foam below the line is so you don't see that foam. So the next one I have is this this mum, and oh, that's not the right one. This is the one I want because it has that little piece of eucalyptus attached. So we are also going to put that one in the back. Straight up. And then that's just going to give a little bit of more hugging the bottle, a little bit of contrast also in these flowers. So we're going to get that one glued in. Now the more stuff you put in here, the harder it starts getting to get these glued in. This one's still pretty good. And then this eucalyptus, I'm just going to have it kind of sticking in between those flowers. So now I have one of these little pieces with the boxwood, and I'm also going to stick that right above that, kind of hugging the side. I can find a piece to, There we are. So just like that. And then we're going to get some greens on here. How pretty that is so far. We haven't even added the greens yet. And the greens are really going to make a difference. It's really going to make things pop more. So again, this is the bush I'm using to fill in. I cut that one all the way at the base. This is a pusher, so it will push up where you want it. And this one I'm going right in the middle here. This is the front, so I want to make sure I'm looking at the front. This is. Alright, so now I'm going to glue that one in. But you would really be surprised how much product just that little tiny piece of foam will hold. Now I'm going to fill in some of this, some of the dill. Some people call it dill, some people call it Sweet Annie. But I love it. It's an unbelievable filler for you. So we're going to put this underneath this. Get all these leaves out of the way. And it's going to go right in there. That's going to help all these peony leaves because they're a little floppy. But that's going to help them, give them a little support. And then we can fan that out a little bit. And that helps, that really helps cover up that foam. Get some of that leaf under there. There we are. So now I have to glue it. Now that I got where I want it, and then we can play with it to manipulate it. Get this all out of the way. So now this leaf I want to go underneath. It's coming down. Make sure all these there. Now I want a little bit of something right here. And that's going to give us some green, fill in some of that space there. Using those greens creates a little bit of negative space. And negative space is areas where that breaks up all the colors. Basically, it can refer to where you have greens. It can also refer to a spot where you just want the eye to be able to rest, breaking up that area. Pull that a little forward. Now I'm going to manipulate these flower heads a little bit. Then I want one more tall, really tall piece there. We're going to go with that one. It's not quite tall enough, so I am going to put a pick on this So this is a steel pick. It's going to give me about another inch of height on there. I'm going to glue on where it attached and then also on the pick. Put this in, and that just gives me about another inch of height. And there we go. It gives you a nice little break there. And you still have that cute little piece of eucalyptus sticking out too. And it all goes together. So there we have it. I believe we are done with this. If you do have spots that you can see foam, you can always go in there with a little bit of moss. I'm going to leave that open. There's a little spot you can see there. I am going to tuck some moss in there. Again, I want people to be able to see the label of the wine. If this is going to be a wine gift. Back in the back here, actually I'm going to add another little piece of this, this dill. Get this off. Because that's a nice, again, that's a really nice filler. We're going to push it all up. You know how much coverage and it gives you on filling that hole. Get some glue on it. So again, you can use dry foam if you'd like, but I only recommend dry foam if you're not shipping something. So for your personal, you can certainly use dry foam. If you're shipping something, it can easily fall apart. So that's why I prefer to use the harder, more styrofoamy green foam. And this, you can buy this in sheets at Hobby Lobby. Again, we cut it half thickness, and it's a 1 inch by 1.5 inch, and it fits absolutely perfect once you push it in. It's a perfect fit if you use those dimensions. So thank you for joining me. These clips, bottle bouquet clips, are available on my Etsy shop. I have a link. I will have a link below. It's Simply Wreath Supplies. You can also go to simplywreathsupplies.com, and that will take you there. And I sell them individually and also in packs of 8. If you would like more quantity, I can give you a little bit more of a price break if you're going to be ordering, maybe 3 packs of 8 or more, or 25 or more. I can give you a little bit more of a price break. So you could always message me on the Etsy app, and I can give you a custom quote. Thank you very much for joining me, and I hope you try making one of these because they are just so cute, and there's so many possibilities. You can use, sometimes you have picks that come like they're already stacked, and those are so easy to just cut apart. Boom, boom, boom. You have 3 levels, and you're perfect. So I hope you try it and play with them, because these are my new addiction, I'm for sure. And they've been selling very well. So thank you, and I'll see you next time.